until he saw his own shop close down. His girlfriend opened a new store across the street and took all their customers. The boyfriend finally realized with regret he should not have withheld her rightful dividends out of greed. The girl and her boyfriend had originally opened a hair salon together. The boyfriend promised to split the profits equally, but a year later, the shop made a net profit of 3.7 million yuan. The boyfriend only gave the girl 8,800 yuan. The girl asked if he was joking. The boyfriend said seriously. He had used connections to get the shop in this prime location. He also came up with the live streaming idea to attract customers. The booming business was all due to his smarts. The girl only cut hair for customers in the shop. Giving her 8,800 yuan was already a favor. The girl was furious when she heard this, even if he ignored their relationship. Her contribution to the shop was clearly more than that. All consumables like shampoo in the shop were paid in advance by the girl with her credit card. The shop didn't hire other staff to save money. Besides cutting and washing hair, the girl also did cleaning. She even paid the shop's water and electricity bills. As for the boyfriend, he visited the shop no more than 5 times a year. How could he be so shameless about the profit split? But the boyfriend said impatiently. He had no time to settle such trivial accounts with her. He could give her an extra 1,000 yuan at most. He then threw down 1,000 yuan and told her to go home and cook quickly. He left right after saying that. The girl was heartbroken at the sight. At that moment, her grandmother called. After noticing she was in a bad mood, her grandmother asked if she was having trouble at work. She also told her not to buy medicine that month. The saved money could be used for her and her boyfriend's business. The girl felt even sadder after hearing this. She thought about how her boyfriend had bought cars, houses, and traveled with the profits, while she couldn't even afford her grandmother's medicine. She then decided to end their business partnership, but considering their long relationship, she still decided to talk to him again. But as soon as she got home, her future parents-in-law scolded her for coming back so late. They were almost starving. The girl explained that the shop was too busy, but her parents-in-law taunted her sarcastically. Their son gave her so much money every month. Being tired was only right. The girl couldn't help retorting, was 8,800 yuan really that much? Her parents-in-law said shamelessly. Was a rural hair washer like her not satisfied with that much money? At that moment, the boyfriend came home. His parents immediately complained to him and told him to teach the girl a lesson. Unexpectedly, the boyfriend comforted them not to be angry. He would take them traveling later. Then he comforted the girl too. He said he would marry her by the end of next year, told her to stay home and run the shop well. He would never treat her unfairly in the future. But the girl noticed hickeys on his neck. She instantly realized he was cheating on her. No wonder he refused to give her more money. He had been lying to her all along. He only wanted to squeeze out all her value. Since he was unkind, the girl decided not to be nice to him either. She calmly agreed to run the shop. But after the boyfriend's family left for their trip, the girl rented another shop nearby. Since she didn't have enough cash, she asked the landlord if she could owe the rent. She would pay more rent a year later. The landlord knew she was capable and felt sorry for her after hearing her story. He agreed at once. The girl soon decorated the new shop. The boyfriend, who knew nothing, was on vacation with his family and his lover. He occasionally called pretending to encourage her, unaware that her new shop was already open. With her previous reputation and price-cut promotions, the new shop soon became popular. 2 months later, the boyfriend's family came back from the trip. On the way, the boyfriend promised his lover he would find her a confinement center to rest after she gave birth. The lover asked confusedly. This trip cost over 1 million yuan, plus the money spent on cars and houses before. Hadn't all 3 million yuan been spent? The boyfriend said confidently. There was a silly woman working hard to make money for him. He would get the money from the account soon. His parents also said proudly they would ask the girl to cook a big meal later. But when they arrived at the hair salon, they were shocked to find it had closed down. Until the girl took out the account book and checked accounts in public. The crowd was shocked to realize the boyfriend's family had made her advance so much money for their shop, yet they shamelessly framed her for embezzling money and fleeing. It happened just moments ago. The boyfriend's family returned from traveling with his mistress. They had squandered all the millions they earned earlier. They planned to withdraw more money from the barbershop, only to find it closed. The girl had also posted a notice on the door terminating her partnership with him. The boyfriend was instantly stunned. He suspected she had found out about his affair. That was why she ended the cooperation. However, his parents still didn't realize the severity. They shouted angrily that she didn't know gratitude. They told him to fetch her back to earn money for them. Otherwise, they could no longer live comfortably. Even the mistress complained. Now that all money was gone, how could they provide a good life for their child? The boyfriend had to call her, only to find he'd been blacklisted. At that moment, a neighbor passed by. The boyfriend immediately asked about her whereabouts. He then learned she'd opened a new shop nearby. The new shop was booming. The neighbor was going to queue for a number. Hearing this, the whole family was dumbfounded. The mother-in-law wanted to confront her at once. The mistress stopped her. If they went aggressively, customers would think they were picking a fight. They should pretend to be victims to demand an explanation. The family took her advice. They put on aggrieved looks and went to the new shop. It was indeed thriving. As planned, the mother-in-law sat on the ground crying bitterly. She accused the girl. Their family had treated her so well, yet while they traveled, she'd taken all money from the old shop to open her own. The boyfriend cooperated. He said she might have difficulties. He asked her to explain. People began whispering. The girl scolded them for being good actors. At first, he begged her to partner in the shop. He promised to split profits equally. But after opening, he ignored the shop entirely. She got up at 4 or 5 a.m. daily to cook for his his family. At 7 a.m., she went to work, cleaned the shop, then she cut hair non-stop. She worked until midnight every day. She didn't even get to eat hot meals. She even developed gastritis. She worked hard to earn money for her grandmother's treatment, and to build a happy future with him. But what did he do? He never helped. After the shop made 3,700,000 yuan, he only gave her 8,800 yuan. He then used all the rest to support his mistress, and took his family traveling to squander money. How could he have the nerve to blame her? Hearing this, customers learned the truth. They all said they believed her. After all, his family wore gold and silver. She had no valuable items on her. Moreover, many often came here for haircuts. They'd heard about her story, and knew her character. Exposed, the mother-in-law stopped pretending. Enraged, she grabbed scissors to teach her a lesson. At this critical moment, the first customer of her new shop rushed to stop her. It was this customer who'd helped promote her business, making it thrive. No one expected he'd save her again. The mother-in-law was upset. She angrily asked who he was, and what right he had to meddle in their family affairs. But after his assistant announced his identity, everyone was utterly astonished. He was the chairman of a local listed group. He had covered the rent for this hair salon. He was naturally responsible for the shop's issues. The boyfriend's family was completely shocked. They never knew the girl had such a powerful backer. Even so, the boyfriend's mother shamelessly slandered her. She said the girl dared to open a new shop for a reason. She claimed the girl had a wealthy lover. She called the girl shameless. She forced the girl to return the money she took from the old shop. Seeing the family refusing to keep peace, the girl took out the old shop's ledgers for on-site checking. The ledgers recorded every expense clearly. All salon supplies, utility bills, and operating costs were all paid in advance by the girl's credit card. The total advance payment was 420,000 yuan. The old shop earned a total of 3,700,000 yuan, yet the boyfriend only gave her 8,800 yuan in dividends. He used all the rest to buy cars, houses, and support his mistress. If she had planned to steal money and run, she would not have paid the shop's fees up front. The crowd finally saw the family's true shameless nature. The boyfriend's mother still claimed the ledgers were forged. The chairman stated clearly he would bring in professionals to audit the accounts. The family immediately grew guilty and flustered. The boyfriend begged the girl for forgiveness. He said his mother only acted out of fondness for her. She just wanted to keep her by force. He added they were about to get married. The girl mocked him for still talking about marriage. She questioned if he thought she was naive. The boyfriend stopped trying to persuade her. He awkwardly left with his family. The girl curiously asked the chairman why he said he had covered the shop's rent. The chairman told her the truth. His mother was the shop's landlord. His mother had recommended the salon to him. He came for a haircut out of curiosity. He soon saw the girl's outstanding ability. The girl felt very grateful. She had met a noble person and turned misfortune into gain. Meanwhile, elsewhere, the boyfriend had spent all his money. His old hair salon was closed. He could not find cheap and skilled hairdressers quickly. His whole family fell into despair. At this time, his mistress gave a suggestion. Her younger brother was a professional hairdresser. He could work as the salon's chief stylist. Hiring him would save their wage costs. The family thought this was a great idea. To snatch customers back from the girl's new shop, the boyfriend took a loan to renovate the old shop. Only 1 week after reopening, the mistress's brother offended many customers. His skills were far worse than described. He constantly ruined customers' hairstyles. Most regulars came only for the girl's skills. They were upset to learn the girl had been driven away. They all asked for membership refunds. They switched their memberships to the girl's new shop. The boyfriend's family fell into deep despair. They grew more jealous and resentful of the girl. The mistress came up with a new plan. She introduced the boyfriend to a local hairdressing industry leader. Many customers of the Big Shot's hair salons had also been poached by the girl recently. The boyfriend suggested that the Big Shot control the sales of high-end hairdressing potions, so that the girl's new shop could never purchase such professional potions. Her new shop would be forced to close down within 2 days. A few days later, the girl found her high-end potions out of stock. She contacted suppliers to restock goods, yet she was told she had offended someone powerful. All suppliers refused to sell high-end potions to her. The girl knew her boyfriend was behind all this. To keep her salon running, she had to ask around for potions, but she faced repeated rejections. When the girl was at a loss, the landlord's son who admired her brought a wealthy woman over. The wealthy woman had just returned from abroad. Her personal hairstylist did not come back with her. She had never found a satisfying hairstylist since then. She agreed to let the girl try on the landlord's son's advice. With her rich experience and based on the wealthy woman's needs, the girl designed a new hairstyle. The wealthy woman praised the new hairstyle greatly. She thought the hairstyle suited her face perfectly. It was just as good as her previous hairstyle. She decided on the spot to make the girl her exclusive hairstylist. The landlord's son then quietly reminded the girl this wealthy woman had great influence over the high-end potion upstream market. He told her to seize the chance. The girl took the opportunity to tell the wealthy woman about her salon's troubles. The wealthy woman hated suppliers suppressing small salons. She promised to help the girl right away. The girl soon got new potion purchasing channels. Her boyfriend flew into a rage upon hearing the news. His mistress came up with another wicked plan. She believed if the girl's potions caused problems, the girl would face huge compensation claims, and all her customers would leave her. The next day, the boyfriend hired a female customer to cause trouble at the salon. Shortly after a staff member finished dyeing the woman's hair, the woman started losing hair severely. She also suffered serious facial injuries. The woman falsely claimed that the girl discriminated against ordinary customers. She said high-quality potions were used for rich customers, while inferior potions were used for regular customers like her. The staff member immediately questioned her claim. All other customers using ordinary potions had no problems at all. No one else had such an issue except her. The girl stopped the staff from speaking further. She chose to call an ambulance to treat the injured woman first. She promised to inspect the potions thoroughly. She would take full responsibility if the shop was at fault. However, the woman and her relatives refused to compromise. They shouted loudly and made a scene in the shop on purpose. They shouted that the woman's face was ruined, and the girl could never take real responsibility. Meanwhile, someone started a live stream to spread rumors. They said the girl was just an unskilled shampoo girl before. She only opened the shop with the landlord's son's funding. They even claimed she had seduced the landlord's son. On-site customers and online viewers began to discuss wildly. The boyfriend's family watching the live stream felt extremely triumphant. They believed the girl would be completely disgraced this time. The landlord and her son were watching the situation outside. The landlord wanted to step forward to help the girl, but her son stopped him. The landlord's son said constant help would make the girl dependent. He was confident that the girl could handle the crisis properly. The girl watched the two people collude to stir up bigger trouble. She realized this was a deliberate conspiracy against her. She immediately started to fight back. She stated that she had sent the shampoo for testing. The truth would be revealed once the results came out. Yet the troublemaker accused the girl of discriminating against the poor by using cheap products for ordinary people. She deliberately stirred up rifts between the rich and the poor. This angered many customers. The store instantly fell into chaos. The girl was pushed down. The troublemakers took the chance to vandalize the store. They also tried to assault the girl, but the girl warned them calmly. All the damaged items were high-value goods. The brush held by the troublemaker was a luxury product worth over 20,000 yuan. If she called the police, the troublemakers would have to compensate for all losses they caused. The troublemakers restrained themselves after hearing this. They still slandered that the girl had ruined the female customer's face. The police would arrest her soon after arrival. They insisted her discrimination against the poor was an undeniable fact. The girl replied calmly. The female customer said nothing after entering the store. She directly asked for the cheapest perm and dye package. She constantly belittled wealthy people in her words. She was clearly the one stirring up class conflict on purpose. As for the male live streaming customer, he had been filming the female customer with his phone since she walked in. Did he know in advance that she would have allergic and facial damage? And come to the store specifically to live stream and record the scene? The live streamer panicked immediately. He repeatedly explained that he was only a store exploration blogger. He just happened to film the incident. The girl mocked how coincidental it was. The store was equipped with full coverage mini surveillance cameras. They recorded every move of the live streamer completely. They also captured every detail of the female customer's hair washing process. The female customer grew flustered on hearing this. She questioned that she had checked the washing area and found no cameras. These words exposed her premeditated troublemaking plan. The girl immediately told staff to call the police. The police arrived shortly after. The girl handed over the store's surveillance footage to the police. The female customer finally panicked completely. She confessed that she had taken 50,000 yuan from the girl's ex-boyfriend. She had applied hair loss ointment to her own hair on purpose. She tried to frame and falsely accuse the girl. After the truth came to light, the police took all troublemakers away for strict interrogation. They were ordered to make full compensation for all losses. Watching the girl resolve the trouble by herself, the landlord and his mother waiting outside the store felt greatly relieved. The girl invited them to dinner to express her gratitude. She talked about her next work plan. She planned to develop a new type of hair care potion. She invited the landlord's son to invest in the project. This potion incident made her realize the store had weak risk resistance once supply problems occurred. However, the landlord's son thought the investment was risky. Developing new potions would also cause conflicts of interest with existing potion suppliers. The girl explained her idea. Her new product would be healthy Chinese herbal potion. It suited customers of all social classes. It differed from the high-end potions represented by her partners and caused no conflicts. The landlord's son was persuaded and agreed to invest. But he set a condition. The girl must take part in the hairdressing competition next month and achieve an excellent ranking. She could rely on the fame to develop and promote the new potion for success. The girl agreed to the terms at once. She started preparing for the competition immediately. Meanwhile, on the other side, the ex-boyfriend lost a lot of money from the last hired troublemaking incident. He became even more jealous and hateful of the girl. He also heard about the upcoming hairdressing competition. He saw it as a chance to boost his barbershop's reputation. He planned to send his lover's younger brother to join the competition. The lover awkwardly told him the truth. She had lied to him before. Her brother was never a top-level hairdresser. The ex-boyfriend fell into complete despair. He feared that the girl would win the competition and completely outperform his store. Thus he came up with another evil plan. He decided to hire people to break the girl's hands. He wanted to stop her from competing. When the girl was surrounded by thugs on her way off work, she quickly took out spray to fight back. Still, her right hand was hit and injured by the thug's baseball bat. Her fight back enraged the thugs. they immediately chased her to beat her up. Luckily, the landlord's son who lived nearby heard the noise and rushed over with people in the crisis. He successfully restrained the thugs. He handed them over to the police. He then took the injured girl to the hospital for a checkup. The checkup showed a minor fracture in her right arm. She needed 1 month of rest. She could not hold scissors at all for the whole month. The girl fell into great despair over this, because the hairdressing contest was held within the month. But she calmed down soon. She decided to practice using her left hand for the contest. The landlord's son thought it impossible to train her left hand to the level of her right hand in 1 month. Yet the girl insisted. Poor people in this industry have no right to say impossible. She also knew the thugs were most likely sent by her ex-boyfriend. The more he wanted to laugh at her failure, the less she would give up. Meanwhile, on the other side, the ex-boyfriend's family was overjoyed to hear about her fractured right hand. His lover took the chance to urge him. She told him to hire a top expert to compete in the contest. She said good contest results would bring him investment from a hairdressing industry leader. But the ex-boyfriend hesitated. Almost all the money the girl had helped them earn was spent. His lover also had huge daily expenses. He had no extra money to hire a professional master. Yet the thought of winning rankings to get investment and ease his financial troubles made him take a risk. He chose to cooperate with the top hairdresser recommended by his lover. Unexpectedly, the top hairdresser charged a 3 million yuan cooperation fee. The ex-boyfriend mortgaged his house and car for loans. He also borrowed a large sum of high-interest loans. He finally afforded to hire the top hairdresser. At the same time, the girl practiced left-handed hair cutting against time. The training process was far harder than expected. The girl felt discouraged many times. Only the landlord's son stayed with her and encouraged her. She kept practicing and gradually saw improvements. One day, a foreign customer came to the shop. He said he knew the girl was famous online and wanted her to style his hair. With the contest approaching, the girl decided to test her left-hand skills on this customer. She was shocked the moment she saw the customer's hair. His hair was extremely coarse and stiff. It looked like a case of congenital keratosis pilaris. Hair tools slipped easily on this hair during cutting. It was hard to cut layered hairstyles as required. The girl had to force herself to finish the cut. The final effect was unsatisfactory. The customer scolded her for the bad work. What surprised the girl even more was what happened days later. When she attended the hairdressing contest, she found that foreign customer was the chief judge of the contest. Seeing the girl join the competition, the chief judge spoke sarcastically. He hoped all contestants had real skills instead of only online marketing tricks. The girl cheered herself up silently to stay confident. Still worried that the girl would get good scores with her left hand, the ex-boyfriend and his associates bribed the staff in the first-timed hairstyle round. The staff arranged a model with strong industrial resin glue coated on the hair for the girl. The girl tried to comb the model's hair smooth. The comb broke apart immediately. The hair could not be combed through at all. Her ex-boyfriend watched from the audience, feeling triumphant. He and his partners had plotted this sabotage. They had soaked the model's hair in various chemical solutions for a full week. Strong industrial resin glue still coated the hair. The glue resisted water washing. It also could not be cut with scissors. The landlord's son, who was also watching, grew anxious for the girl. After a moment of initial panic, the girl quickly calmed down. She noticed the hair had been specially treated. She immediately came up with a solution. She pulled out a bottle of potion to apply to the model's hair. The model noticed an unfamiliar scent and refused the application. The girl explained her potion had passed official competition inspections. It was completely safe and problem-free. The model then allowed her to apply the potion evenly. The girl did a quick ironing on the hair afterward. The hair turned soft and tangle-free instantly. She then began restyling the hair drastically. The judges were amazed by her performance. They praised her quick judgment to dissolve resin with oil for a wet look style. She completed the whole haircut using only her left hand. Audiences who knew she was right-handed were stunned by her hidden ability. She finished the hair remodeling before time expired. Her ex-boyfriend and his allies were completely stunned. They had injured her right hand to ruin her competition, yet she had mastered left-handed haircut skills. The head judge suddenly raised a critical objection. Competition rules banned external products in the first round. The girl's self-brought potion was an unauthorized dissolver. The ex-boyfriend immediately echoed the accusation. He claimed the potion was an illegal chemical solution. He called her move blatant cheating. He demanded her disqualification from the contest. The audience broke into heated discussions. The landlord's son calmly took photos of the model. He launched an investigation into the model's ties with the ex-boyfriend's group. He trusted the girl could resolve the crisis. The girl promptly handed her potion to the head judge for testing. The judge found no harsh ammonia odor in the liquid. It was not a prohibited chemical solvent at all. Another judge stepped forward to clarify. The potion's main ingredient was plant essential oil. It carried a strong herbal scent. The girl explained it was her self-developed herbal potion. Long before the contest, she had asked the landlord's son to arrange factory production. She planned to promote the potion through this competition. She had offered the naming rights of the potion to him as cooperation payment. The landlord's son had turned down the offer. He only asked for one personal question answered after the contest. After learning the full story, the head judge admitted his ignorance. He apologized to the girl publicly. He withdrew his cheating accusation. He scored her a perfect mark on the spot. The girl easily won the first round. Her ex-boyfriend and his partners were devastated. His business partner remained unshaken. They had set an unbeatable trap for the girl in the second round. During the second round of tough creative bleaching competition, she found the bleaching agent provided by the program team carried a strong smell of high-concentration hydrogen peroxide. Once this substance touches the scalp, it will cause severe burns to the model, and even result in permanent hair loss. The senior hairdresser hired by the ex-boyfriend taunted provocatively. The girl could never defeat her opponent. He exchanged eye contact with cooperating merchants off the stage. Seeing this sight, the ex-boyfriend found the partner recommended by his lover knew the hairdresser. They must have tampered with the girl's bleaching agent. He wondered why the partner did not hire the hairdresser on his own, but made him spend a large sum to employ the competitor. His lover comforted him without delay. Do not make unnecessary fuss. Plenty of people were watching the scene. Winning the contest was their only goal. The ex-boyfriend's mother praised the lover for being smart and sensible. She truly took the whole family's interests into consideration. The ex-boyfriend stopped asking further questions. The girl confirmed the ex-boyfriend was behind the dirty trick. She hesitated whether to carry on competing. The female model talked to the girl. She was a loyal fan of the girl. She seldom had spare time to visit the hair salon, yet volunteered to be the girl's competition model. The girl fell into deeper hesitation. Gaining victory by hurting others would make her no different from the ex-boyfriend. She threw the faulty bleaching agent into the trash bin right away, and decided to give up the second round contest. She did not explain the exact reason. The culprits had perfectly covered up their wrongful acts. She kept quiet to conduct investigation afterwards. She briefly explained the situation to the model, and promised 1 year free hairdressing service for her. The model chose to trust the girl sincerely. The audience started talking heatedly. The ex-boyfriend's business partner looked quite complacent. Ordinary girls cannot resist mighty capital power. The landlord's son secretly watched all their behaviors. He applauded the girl's choice silently, and sent people to investigate the bleaching incident. The hairdresser hired by the ex-boyfriend claimed the second round victory. The girl got 0 score in this round, and still advanced to the final with her high score in the first round. Contestants needed to design hairstyles for randomly selected judges in the final. The hairdresser hired by the ex-boyfriend drew a film queen as the judge. The girl picked the foreign chief judge. The audience felt worried about the girl's performance. The chief judge suffered congenital follicular keratosis, with hair as hard as steel wire. The hairdresser hired by the ex-boyfriend thought victory was certain. He mocked that the ex-boyfriend once sent people to injure the girl's right arm. Her left hand could never cut such tough hair. He advised her to quit early to avoid public embarrassment. Even the chief judge could not but remind the girl she had performed excellently in the first round. Her withdrawal in the second round was understandable. He had no complaints about that. This round tested pure haircutting skills. If she failed to create satisfying layers as she did in her previous works, he would give her a 0 score without hesitation. Yet the girl stated firmly that she would prove herself to the judge, and make him take back his comment that she rose to fame only through marketing. Her words were no empty boast. Over the past month, she had practiced haircutting every single day with her left hand, gaining solid skills and confidence after ruining hundreds of mannequin heads. Her strength embodied her years of struggle and dreams from a small county to a big city. It also carried the humiliation of being used and betrayed by her boyfriend. The girl suddenly burst out with amazing fighting spirit. With the help of newly developed potions and her rich experience, she easily cut the judge's tough hair into all desired shapes with her scissors. The skeptical audience was shocked by her performance. When the final look was completed, even the chief judge was utterly stunned. He never thought the girl could pull it off. Meanwhile, the hairdresser hired by her ex-boyfriend finished his work. However, the actress judge was far from satisfied. She admitted the new hairstyle required great skill, but said it did not match her personal style. She blamed the hairdresser for ruining her hair. The hairdresser argued that the actress knew nothing about fashion. Other judges corrected him immediately. Hairdressing enhances one's beauty instead of showing off skills. They then asked if the girl could fix the hairstyle. The girl agreed on the spot to remedy the work. The ex-boyfriend and his companions panicked at the sight. They could only hope the girl would mess up the actress's hair. Yet the landlord's son knew the girl had already won. He immediately called someone to hand over the ex-boyfriend's criminal evidence to the police. Soon after, the girl trimmed the actress's hair shorter, and redesigned a brand new stunning hairstyle. The new look amazed everyone present, and won full recognition from the actress. The chief judge withdrew his previous negative comments on the girl, and announced her the champion of the competition. When the host invited the sponsor to present the award, the girl was shocked to find the sponsor was the landlord's son who had always helped her. The landlord's son praised her sincerely, and told her he had submitted the ex-boyfriend's criminal evidence to the police. The girl was extremely grateful to him. She then asked about their previous deal. He had promised to ask her one question after their joint potion research and the competition. She wanted to know what the question was. The landlord's son asked her to be his girlfriend. The girl had decided to agree to any of his requests. She answered without thinking. She then realized it was a confession. Shy and delighted, she gave him a serious reply again. At the same time, the ex-boyfriend's family returned home dejectedly. They found his mistress gone, with almost all household belongings emptied. A strong sense of unease hit the ex-boyfriend. He rushed to the mistress's home at once. He accidentally overheard her talking with a business partner. He learned the mistress's unborn child belonged to the partner. Knowing the ex-boyfriend owed a huge loan shark debt from the competition, she planned to run away with the partner. The ex-boyfriend flew into a rage. He tried to attack them violently on the spot. The police arrived right then, and arrested all of them on charges of assault, hiring and commercial fraud. Back home with the landlord's son, the girl found he had brought her grandmother from the countryside. This was one of the biggest dreams dreams she had strived for. After all these experiences, she finally understood. A woman's true confidence never comes from relying on others, but from the skills she holds firmly in her own hands.